Welcome to the Nameless.
Thousands were watching a live stream of my bedroom. The problem? I never set up a camera. I found it by accident. It was a Tuesday. Nothing special about it. I'd gotten home from work, microwaved leftovers, and collapsed onto my couch with my laptop balanced on my knees. The apartment was quiet in that dull, padded way that makes you aware of your own breathing. I opened a video platform out of habit. I wasn't looking for anything specific, just noise, something to fill the space. A thumbnail caught my eye. It was dark, grainy, familiar. The title was just a string of numbers, and the preview image, it looked like my room. I remember leaning closer to the screen, tilting my head, squinting. Same slanted ceiling, same narrow closet door that never quite closed all the way, same tall lamp in the corner with the crooked shade I kept meaning to fix. I actually laughed. It wasn't my room. It couldn't be. Apartments like mine are copy-pasted all over the city. Beige walls, cheap carpet, identical layouts. Still, I clicked. The stream loaded instantly. No intro, no music, just a static camera angle facing a bed. My bed. Gray comforter, slight tear near the bottom right corner. A pillow with a faint coffee stain I'd flipped over months ago. And in the top corner of the screen, 12,482 watching now. I felt that number before I understood it. 12,000 people watching an empty room. My room. The chat was moving fast, too fast to read. Most messages were simple. Is he there? Wait for it. Turn around. I froze. Turn around? I was on my couch in the living room. The bedroom door was down the hall, open, just a crack. From where I sat, I couldn't see inside. Slowly, without taking my eyes off the laptop, I leaned sideways. The hallway was dark. The bedroom beyond it darker. The bed in the stream was empty. The bed in my room, at least from what I could see, looked empty too. My mouth went dry. Okay, think. Someone hacked a security camera. Except I didn't own one.
Maybe the landlord installed something without telling me. That felt illegal, also dramatic. I stood up. The stream kept playing. The camera angle was high, from the upper corner of the room, near the ceiling. There was nothing mounted there. I walked down the hallway, every step loud against the carpet. The stream showed the bedroom door, slightly ajar, exactly like it was now. I pushed it open. The hinges made that soft, complaining creak they always made. On my screen, a few seconds later, the door moved. The delay was subtle, maybe 2 seconds. The chat exploded. He's back. There he is. My stomach flipped. On the laptop, I watched myself step into frame. The quality was bad, but it was me. Same faded t-shirt, same posture, same stupid pause as I stared at my own bed. There was something deeply wrong about watching yourself hesitate. I looked up at the corner where the camera should have been. Bare wall, no device, no blinking light, nothing. I moved to the other corner. Nothing. The stream showed me doing it. The delay remained. 2 seconds, maybe 3. That meant it wasn't pre-recorded. It was live. I backed out of the room. On screen, I backed out too. I slammed the bedroom door shut. On the stream, it shut a few seconds later. The chat kept moving. Don't close it. Stay in there. Ask it. Ask what? I grabbed my laptop and brought it into the kitchen. I needed distance, fluorescent light, something normal. The stream kept running. The bedroom door now closed. The viewer count climbed. 13,004. I scrolled down, looking for channel information. There was almost none. No profile picture, no description, no past videos, just a creation date. Yesterday. I refreshed the page. The viewer count reset briefly, then jumped back up. Not the same number, slightly higher. I checked the stream's metadata.
Location? Not available. Category? People and blogs. Duration? 19 hours. 19 hours! I had slept in that room last night.
I thought about that for a long time. If it had been streaming then, thousands of people would have watched me sleep. Except I checked the archived section. There were no past broadcasts. This was the first one. But the duration said 19 hours. That's when I noticed something else. In the corner of the stream, faint but visible, was a digital clock. Not mine. I didn't own one like that. Red LED numbers. The time displayed was 2:14 a.m. It was 7:38 p.m. where I stood. The clock in the stream wasn't synced with real time, or it wasn't showing my time. I muted the stream. The silence felt heavier than the noise. I walked back to the bedroom door and opened it slowly. The room looked exactly as it always had. Still, quiet, ordinary. I stepped inside and waved at the empty corner. On screen, 2 seconds later, I waved. The chat flooded with laughing emojis. Someone typed, "He still doesn't see it." See what? I leaned closer to the laptop. The compression was bad. Grainy. Dark in the corners. I increased the brightness on my screen. Nothing. Just my room. Except the closet door. It was closed in the stream. In real life, it was open an inch. I felt that difference like a splinter under the skin. I didn't remember closing it. Slowly, without looking away from the laptop, I reached behind me and pushed the closet door fully open. Inside were my clothes, shoes, a storage bin. Normal. On the stream, the closet door remained closed. It didn't move. My reflection in the laptop screen showed me standing there, hand extended, but the stream image lagged behind. Then it caught up. The closet door in the stream creaked open. Not smoothly, slower than I'd moved it. And when it did, the interior looked darker than mine. Not empty, just darker, as if the light didn't reach as far. The chat stopped scrolling for a moment. Then someone typed, "There." I leaned forward. There what? I replayed the last 30 seconds. The platform allowed it, a small rewind feature. When the closet door opened in the stream, just before it fully revealed the inside, there was a frame, one single frame, where the closet wasn't dark. It was blank. Not black, blank, like a missing texture in a video game, a flat gray nothing. Then it returned to normal darkness. I tried to screenshot it. The file saved corrupted. I tried again. Corrupted. I felt stupid. This had to be a trick, some elaborate ARG, a viral marketing thing. But why my room? I grabbed my phone and searched my address. Nothing unusual came up. Rental listings from years ago, old photos, different furniture. I searched the channel name. No results. I clicked on the viewer list. It was hidden. I typed in the chat, "What is this?" My message appeared briefly, then disappeared. I tried again. Same thing. I wasn't banned. My account still worked on other streams, just not this one. The clock in the corner ticked forward. 2:15 a.m., 2:16. It was progressing normally, just not matching my time.
I noticed something else. The bed in the stream looked slightly different now. The comforter wasn't as wrinkled as it had been earlier. It looked smoothed out. I looked at my actual bed. The comforter was still messy from when I'd sat on it. On the stream, it looked untouched, as if no one had been there. The viewer count dropped suddenly, from 14,000 to 2,000, then to 800, then to 53, then back to 11,000. Like a glitch, or like people leaving and being replaced instantly. I refreshed the page again. This time it buffered for a full 10 seconds. When it came back, the camera angle had shifted slightly. lower, as if it had been nudged. I looked up at the corner of my room again. Bare wall. I stepped onto my bed and ran my hand along the ceiling. Nothing. No hole. No warmth from electronics. Just textured paint. I decided to test something. I grabbed a chair from the kitchen and placed it in the middle of the bedroom floor. On the stream, 2 seconds later, the chair appeared.
But not in the middle, closer to the bed. I frowned. I hadn't placed it there. I looked down. In my room, the chair was exactly where I had left it. In the stream, it was 3 feet to the right. I moved it. On screen, it moved too. But again, not to the same spot. The positions were similar, not identical. Close enough to ignore, too different to dismiss. My chest felt tight. I checked the stream stats again. The creation date had changed. Now it said 3 years ago. I refreshed. Yesterday. Refreshed. 3 years ago. I stared at it until the numbers blurred. I decided to contact the landlord. I stepped into the hallway to get better signal and called him. He answered on the 3rd ring. Flat voice. Tired. I asked if there were any cameras installed in the unit. He paused, then said, "There's no unit under that number." I laughed awkwardly. Yes, there was. I was standing in it. He asked for the address. I gave it to him. Another pause. That building was demolished 4 years ago.
My throat closed. I told him I was inside it right now. He said I had the wrong number and hung up. I stared at my phone. Full signal, normal call duration. I searched the building address again. This time, a news article appeared. Small, archived. A fire. Minor damage. Scheduled for demolition. 4 years ago. The photo attached to the article showed a building that looked like mine, but the windows were boarded up. The front entrance collapsed inward. The comments were disabled. I went to the window in my living room and pulled back the blinds. The street outside looked normal. Cars parked along the curb, a streetlight flickering. Across the street, a convenience store. I'd been there dozens of times. I grabbed my keys and left the apartment. The hallway lights buzzed faintly. The elevator worked. The lobby smelled like cleaning solution. Outside, the air was cold. I turned around. The building behind me looked older than I remembered. The brick was darker, stained.
One of the windows on the 3rd floor was boarded up. Mine. I blinked. It was normal again, glass intact. I checked the stream from my phone. The bedroom was empty. The chair was gone. The closet door was closed. The clock read 2:59 a.m. In the reflection of the dark window behind the bed, there was movement. Not a figure, just a shift, like someone adjusting the camera. The angle dipped slightly, then steadied. The viewer count climbed again. I went back upstairs. The hallway felt longer, quieter. My apartment door was closed. I didn't remember locking it. I unlocked it. Inside, everything was as I'd left it, except the bedroom. The chair was in the position it had been in on the stream, not where I'd placed it in real life. I didn't move it. I didn't touch anything. I just stood there and watched the stream catch up. 2 seconds later, the door behind me closed. In both versions, I don't remember closing it. The clock in the stream rolled over to 3 a.m. The screen flickered.
For a split second, the room was empty. No bed, no closet, no walls, just that flat gray nothing. Then it returned. Viewer count, 1. Just me. I refreshed. The stream ended. The channel no longer existed. I searched my address again. No listings, no history, no news article, just an empty search page. I opened my photo gallery. All the pictures I'd taken inside the apartment were gone, replaced with gray thumbnails that wouldn't load. I walked into the bedroom and sat on the bed. It felt solid, real. I pressed my hand against the wall. Cold, textured, ordinary. I told myself it was a glitch, a coordinated prank, a stress-induced episode. Something.
I lay down and stared at the ceiling. There was no camera. There had never been a camera. I closed my eyes, and for a moment, I had the strangest sensation, like thousands of people were waiting for me to do something, waiting for me to notice, waiting for me to look up into a corner that didn't exist. I haven't found the stream again.
I haven't told anyone in person. Sometimes I check late at night, just in case. Sometimes I search my own name and find nothing. Sometimes I wonder if the viewer count was wrong, if it wasn't thousands watching me, if it was one, and if that one wasn't on the other side of the screen, but inside the room, watching me look for a camera that was never meant to be found. Or maybe waiting for me to realize I was never the one being streamed.